Wake up. Good morning, honey. Rise and shine. We made it to Germany. This is what our first night in Germany looked like. You want to take a peek? This is Weeze. My feet are in agony, but I'm feeling really good mentally, so yeah. Only 1 kilometre in, but yeah, I'm sort of limping already. And it's because of blisters on my feet. So today's day 15, which means I'm 2 weeks in. Not much in the scheme of things, but also not nothing either. Something I'm really proud of is that, like, okay, sure, like by the end of the day my legs are a bit tight or whatever, but I never wake up with sore muscles or with like a general sense of fatigue. So I do believe physically this is something I can keep up. But yeah, God, it's a boring thing to talk about, but it's so true. Like, you've really got to take care of your feet, and I think I'm learning that lesson the hard way now. I need to start like establishing a proper routine that gives them like proper 20 minutes, half an hour each night to really be looked after, because these are the lads that are carrying me across the world. About 5k into the day, found this little strawberry place selling some gorgeous peaches. So yeah, I'm really not due a break yet, but it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Cheers, my dears. Oh, bloody hell, it's good. Before things like Haribo and, like, you know, Mars bars were invented, this was the world's candy, wasn't it? So nice.
For later in the journey as well.
I think what I'm going to do, Dad, is I'm just skipping ahead to Krefeld tonight, right? And then I know that Dusseldorf to Bonn, I know that route because they're so connected, like there is a lot of, but I need to research Bonn to Salzburg, like walking. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back when I fly home from Istanbul or later on in Turkey. I'm just going to fly back via here and do them then, because obviously I can't, because I want to have, it's for charity, so I have to actually do it. Do you know what I mean? I can't, if it was just for fun, I would just walk until I felt tired and then do the scenic parts and stuff, but it's for charity. I've got to do the whole course.
You want to do it authentically?
Yeah, I do want to do it authentically, Mum. Yeah, so yeah, I need to figure it out. But like I say, I've got to move forward for now because of the accommodation I've booked. I mean, as in, I'll have to post about this, and I'm sure someone will have something to say about me skipping ahead.
But you're not really, because you're going back to...
Yeah, I'll go back to it.
No?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay, so I don't really understand.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just feel like there's going to be people that want me to fail, and I was expecting to not fail until later on. To have this setback day 15 is quite stressful.
Okay, so you make the fail into a win, Kate, by just saying, look, this curveball came to me, and this is how I've dealt with it.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, it's not a fail, is it? It's just...
No, it's not. It shouldn't. It's a setback to overcome. Good morning. Thanks, you. What a soulless hotel this was. I don't smoke, but I've already seen so many of these machines in Britain where you can just buy cigarettes like candy. And then I can't see anywhere where it asks for ID. Oh, well, sorry, apologies. Yes, I can. I can, in fact, see where they ask for ID. What? It's coming from up there. How random. So I'm going to make a comment that I suppose should technically be said sensitively, but who cares? I don't think it's that controversial. There's a certain way that working class people look. Not all of them, but I'm sort of talking. There's signals where you can look at a person and know quite quickly, like, oh, they just come from like a nice normal family, probably, you know, an estate or something. And like those people, they might be wearing like a football top. Their teeth might not be quite straight. They might have tattoos that on their arms that are a bit shit. I feel really comfortable in the company of these people. These are, you know, my friends, and the people with the best crack, right? So it's not an insult. It's just a kind of an obvious thing to say. At least if you're British, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, I bring it up just because there was this sense I had when I entered Germany where I felt like these people are more like me. But I didn't really understand it because it's not like the architecture is suddenly British, or, you know, it's not like I'm sort of sensing that suddenly the sense of humour or the way things work is more British. But I think it was just the total lack of representation of those people in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, everyone just sort of looks really well put together, really polished, and really middle class. But suddenly, the second I jumped the border, I was back in Germany, I suddenly sort of see those working class type people again. It makes me feel quite comfortable, I have to say. But it's interesting, right? It's an interesting reveal about the Netherlands, but also Germany and England. Another one! It's the fourth I've walked past today. Nine red balloons, summer sky, sun alert. Somewhere I will the screen swing to life. One eager eye in summer sky. 99 red balloons go by. Oh. Blew my neck. made it to day 16 without it raining, so it's not too bad really, is it? But yeah, I can't film with you guys any longer. This jacket's a mistake. It's a winter coat. It's way too thick for just when like there's light rain. Do you know how I was saying how it feels like the normal working man here in Germany feels very British? So does the bloody weather. I just know now I've taken this jacket off, it's about to piss it down. What the hell, man? The comparisons from the UK and Germany never end. Is that a thistle? Oh. I thought you'd be able to see my reflection in the puddle. Never mind. It's getting really rainy again, so goodbye! It's a brand new day. I'm feeling good. And today, on a personal level, is a big one. Because by the end of the day I'll be in Cologne. And Cologne was where I agreed that I'd start telling like people in my life about this walk. I wanted to just do the first little bit by myself, essentially to see if I could do it. And then if I really couldn't do it, I could sort of just be proud of myself that I made it to Cologne. But you know, not have to tell the world. But yeah, as of tonight, I will have told my friends and family. I'm going to post about it on Facebook because I'm pretty confident that I actually do enjoy this. Today would have to go really, really wrong for my mind to change on that one. Isn't today beautiful? Those skies, I'm walking right into that. Let's see how it goes.
Turn left onto Schwanenstraße. Take the Pippa-Babuchen ferry to Dormagen.
Yeah, I'd love to. Tell me how.
Kommt da bitte weg, nicht so weit rein.
Alright, let's reroute. The new ferry port's like a mile this way. I've maybe walked 2 miles since the last one, so let's give it a shot. I think I'm in trouble if this one's not open. All of my routes tell me to take a ferry. This looks way more promising. The actual existence of a boat for a start. Costs money to go in, so I'm not going to do that. Have a little look. It's not bad, is it? Pretty cool. Good morning from Cologne. It's going to rain again today. I just know it. The skies are prepped for it. Let me just get my maps out. It's a 7-hour walk. Exactly 20 miles to Bonn today. Let's go.
Beethoven House, Bonn, may be closed today.
Oh, that's fine. Purple's got to be the worst colour your food can be, surely. Their outdoor seating seems a bit of an ambitious choice. They sell Red Bull at McDonald's in Germany. They don't do that in the UK. God, that was strange. I finished my pancakes like half an hour ago. And yeah, I've just been sitting. I don't know if you can see the grey sky. It's not raining, it's just making it clear it will rain today. I was just sat here for, I guess because it's quite comfy. You know, I'm in my comfort zone. And I just thought, you don't have to walk today if you don't want. As in, I don't want to walk in the rain. It sounds so childish, because obviously I knew rain was going to come, but I just got so spoiled. The first 16 days I didn't have any rain, I had perfect clear skies. And it was just such a visual cue that I was doing the right thing. It made me feel good. I could take beautiful pictures, I wasn't worried about like my equipment. Yeah, but there's something mentally about entering Germany, and with that, like, entering this grey skies. I've just realised, like, I'm not going to enjoy every day, basically. So, long story short, I couldn't think of a reason why I shouldn't walk today. I'm not physically tired. I'm not depressed or anything. It's just like, oh, but you could take it off because it's raining, and I knew that's a really dangerous thing to fall into because it's going to rain a lot. But yeah, motivation isn't always going to sort of just, it's not always going to naturally be in abundance. And I think this is my first experience of that. Sometimes I'm not going to be doing this because I really want to be doing it that day. Sometimes I'm just going to be doing it because I signed up to do it. Ugh. Look at this crazy lad. That's beautiful. What the hell, man? This is ridiculous. I've genuinely seen over like 15 abandoned e-scooters today. There must be a way this works out that I'm missing context. And look, I just stopped to take a picture to ask my Facebook what's with all the abandoned e-bikes and e-scooters in Germany. And then I turn round, there's another one. Bing! Thank you. Shall we go on a walk? An uninterrupted walk? And see how long it takes us to find another one? Oh. Feeling better now. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that was really quick. Feeling better now. I just had a little wobble. Not even a crazy wobble. I'm known for spectacular wobbles. And I don't doubt those will come. But that was just a little, you know, just feeling of emptiness almost. Back at that McDonald's. Quite a fitting place to feel empty, I suppose. Yeah, just a sense that, God, is this really what I want the next 2 years of my life to look like? But I have to say, and something that I have sort of prefaced to myself going into this trip, is that I feel that way regardless of what I'm doing some of the time. Even when I was teaching, even when I was, you know, dating someone I really loved. You know, so many of the best times of my life, even then I would always have like a little feeling of, is this the best thing you could be doing? Are you sure you want to do this? And I think that's just my neurotic disposition. Or maybe that's just how everyone feels occasionally. But I have a tendency to overanalyze and decide that my feelings are special. Yeah. So I'm glad I decided not to take a rest day today, because why would I? I don't need the rest. I've got 16 miles left of today, and then I've got 4 tough days. So from here, tonight, it's 100 miles to Frankfurt, and I'm going to try and do it in 4 days. Bosh, 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 bosh. 25 miles each day. But then in Frankfurt, I'll take 2 days off. So that rest will be well and truly needed. Well, no, but I promise there were loads of bikes half a second ago. One day in Frankfurt is going to be a genuine rest day, like literally just lying in my hostel bed watching YouTube with my feet up. And then the next day is going to be a physical rest day, but it's going to be dedicated to all of this editing and social media stuff, which is going to be a big part of my life moving forward. So I've got to be prepped for it. And mentally I've got to be prepped for all the criticism that's going to come my way pretty soon. People doubting me. People telling me I'm not doing it right. Yeah, people telling me I might as well quit. I need to understand that that's just part of the game. And I think I'm quite happy with this just being a walking trip right now, but I think pretty soon I'm gonna feel like I'm missing out a little bit if I don't incorporate like actually seeing stuff, you know, so not just seeing stuff on my walk, but going to museums or seeing more touristy attractions. So I think once I get to Munich, which I anticipate will be another 4 or 5 hard day stretch after Frankfurt, I think at that point I need to move forward with a more consistent routine where I establish this is what I want to walk a day and this is how many days I want to walk it, and this is how I'm going to incorporate tourism into the mix. For my sake and for my vlog's sake, I suppose, I want to show the world what the world's like. So what I'm thinking is it could be either 3 tough days, 1 rest day, so cycles of 4. So 3 days, 40 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 1 rest. Or I could do 5, but like less. So like 5 days, 1 rest. But the 5 is like, would work out maybe 17 miles a day. And then 1 rest. And if I did it that way, then each day could more naturally incorporate, you know, I walk this amount of time and then I have this amount of time to do a fun thing. And I feel more rested at the end of each day because each day was shorter. Yeah, I'll need to figure it out. God, this point I was trying to prove about the bikes is really fallen short, hasn't it? I bet I won't see one till Bonn now. What do you think? So obviously there's a main road just there, which slightly takes away from the forest feel. But this has been what Germany has looked like for me for most of the trip. Super green forests with that rainy feel. So that sort of humidity that comes with it. You'll see that my hair isn't that nice because it's of the humidity. And then actually this main road is part of it. This has also been a big part of Germany, that you're never truly like walking in the wilderness. It is always beside a road. That's a bit of a compromise I've had to face since the Netherlands. I do think it's beautiful. And I don't even think I'm in the part of Germany that's considered super beautiful. I think that's going to come after Frankfurt, when I start entering Bavaria. Yeah. No bike. God, I've made myself look like a right tit. Look at this. At last! Okay, so it took 9 minutes 1 second. That's actually a lot. But look, if you want, you can say that it only took me 3 minutes, because when I found it, oh shit, there's 4 in a row. 3 e-bikes and 1 abandoned bike. Not good. Not good, Germany. Oh, look, another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point proven. Oh look, how novel. Hello. Coca-Cola?
Big, small,
1
1 liter or a
1 litre. Yeah.
1 liter?
Yes, please. Yeah, that. Wow, cute. Nice. You take card?
No card.
Oh crap. No, it's okay. I should have thought of that. Where's the machine?
Machine here, Sparkasse.
Just down there.
Yes.
I'll be back 1 minute. Sorry, sir. Got the money. Hello. So hot with my jacket on and too cold with it off. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating so much under here. Blech. Yeah, I need a smaller jacket. Jesus.
Continue on to Engeldorfer Strasse.
Today I've already walked 9 miles. I started in Cologne and now look, it's just saying that I'm at the edge of the city. God. Big city. Or maybe city limits mean something a bit different in Germany. Anyway, 11 more miles to go. It's so industrial around here. That's it, that's all I have to say. When my mum's an Aberdonian, and Peterhead area has like quite a few big power plants. When I was growing up, I can't remember like exactly, like maybe 6 hours it would take to drive from where we're from, South Scotland, up to my mum's, and you'd always know as a kid in the car that you were nearly there when you started to see this stuff. Massive smoke coming out of chimneys and, you know, all this gorgeous architecture-y stuff. That's when you were near Peterhead. So I always used to associate you know, a massive factory chimney with a bunch of smoke coming out of it with like pure joy. So it meant my sitting in the car was almost done. But now I think it's a bit depressing looking, really. Paired with the grey skies. What? Thanks a lot, Google Maps. Oh, piss off. Is this it? Beautiful little selfie. Oh man. Do I want to do this? Oh no. Yeah, no. I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Okay. Do you see that rain? It's going to be like this all day today and all day tomorrow. On a separate note, do you like my new gear? My lovely host gave me it last night. So today, I'm posting my jacket back home. And then I'm going to go on a 38-kilometre walk. Oh, piss off. The only problem is it doesn't really stay up the hood. So I'm going to need to walk like this, like Red Riding Hood. Got a hood, but it's so thick that it just keeps falling off like the tiniest amount of wind. So I have to wear my cap on top of my hood. So I look like a beekeeper. Just adds to the confusion as to why I'm single when I'm such a good looking catch. But yeah, I feel so much happier with how light this is. The problem wasn't really the rain itself. It was all of the complications that came with the rain. Bonn in Germany. You might know Bonn as the original capital of Germany, but for intellectuals like me, it will always be the home of Haribo. Oh cool, you can pick and mix. So I'm going to buy some Haribo. And I've just seen that they also sell little teddies that are pretty reasonably cheap. €6. I think I'm going to buy him. I couldn't take Gromit with me on my walk for two reasons. The first is that the main reason, he was just too big. But I do need some childish comforts in my life, and I think having a teddy is one of them. This might be a nice thing to buy because not only is it a tribute that I've made it to Bonn, but it's also quite a practical item for someone like me. A whole bunch of school kids have just come in. That makes sense. Hello, just this. Does he have a name?
The name?
Yeah.
No, only gold bear.
Gold Bear.
Yes.
All right. Well, I walked from Dumfries in Scotland to northwest Germany by myself, a solo trip. But from this point on, there's two of us. I'll see you in the next one, guys.